nothing to do with social or economical or any other environmental aspects have been achieved through those developments. So, and most of those borrowings that they took for development of these projects have been at very high rates, and those were not at all sustainable to an economy like Sri Lanka, which was just coming out of a war and also having so much of other constraints within the system to meet and develop. And so that all added up with the Easter attack in 2019 April, and then coming the pandemic, and on top of that, with the new government, that is President Rajapaksa now, who has just had to flee, introducing huge tax cuts, which was not actually warranted. I mean, that was not even asked by the business people or even the society. He gave a huge tax cut immediately after taking office. That took completely about 600 billion of the treasury revenues. So with the pandemic adding in, naturally, Sri Lankan economy couldn't sustain at all.
Yes, but Shashi Dhanatunge, even as we stay with these pictures from earlier today of tear gas shells being fired at the protesters, I want to ask you, these are live pictures for our viewers. Be with us, Mr. Shashi Dhanatunge. We'll just come back to you in moments from now. These are tear gas shells that are being used on the protesters, putting them at discomfort. Right now, as you can see on your screens, the police trying to bring the situation under control. But what situation under control, as we had put out those pictures of thousands of protesters completely storming the President House. This is the President Secretariat in Colombo, where the President of Sri Lanka, Gotabaya Rajapaksa, has had to flee. Visuals from the streets of Colombo, where protests have broken up. Shashi Dhanatunge continues to be with us. What is the way out of this now? I know it's not a simple question to answer, but does this exit, like I said, in a way pacify these people who've been upset with the political dispensation? And does this really pave the way, at least slowly, pave the way for recovery in a sense?
Yes, actually, this is something I would say the new generation, mainly. The new generation who is well educated and exposed to the world, and also very intelligent, creative, and also they really wanted a new country. And they saw the country was not going in the right direction, and they also saw what the world around them is going and progressing, and they were demanding the rulers to be more open, transparent, and accountable to their actions. But sadly, those are missing big time. And even today, what the IMF is reporting is that Sri Lanka has come to IMF on 16 occasions. Out of that, on 10 occasions, we have failed to meet our obligations. So with all those negatives, here is an opportunity now. Even IMF very recently during the visit, they have even told that the Sri Lankan corruption issue has to be addressed. So this is one new condition,
yes,
which probably none of those other countries have been asked to address. So it shows the level
Shashi Dhanatunge, thank you so much for joining us and sharing your views with us. I'm going to go straight to Manu Ganeshan, Member of Parliament in Sri Lanka. Is a member of the opposition party of the Democratic People's Front and Tamil Progressive Alliance. Thank you so much for your time. I want to begin by asking you, what is the way out of this mayhem that Sri Lanka has found itself in? Is the exit, is the fleeing of President Gotabaya Rajapaksa, was that inevitable? And is this going to pacify the people and at least put Sri Lanka eventually, slowly, albeit, on the road to recovery?
Yes, the mayhem is the right terminology you can use right now, but I'm concerned about my country. The reports that President Gotabaya Rajapaksa has left the country has not been confirmed yet. We have seen social media footage that VIP vehicles traveling to the Kattanayak International Airport. And also another footage he's been going through that VIP group has left via the Colombo port in Sri Lankan Navy vessels carrying large suitcases, packages. And these are not confirmed yet. Right now, the protesters have entered the president's residence, official residence, and also the president's secretariat, both located close to each other. That is Colombo Fort. And I am being the leader of the Tamil Progressive Alliance and also member of Parliament for Colombo district. I'm very much concerned. Most of our people are over there. And right now, the Sri Lanka Parliament, the Speaker, the number 3rd in command, was now called a special party leaders meeting in next 1 hour. Right now I am preparing to go to the Parliament and attend the party leaders meeting. And also the opposition leaders, the Premadas has called opposition leaders meeting by 3 p.m. and 4 p.m. will be followed by speakers meeting.
Okay.
So that is the situation right now. And we are responsible party leaders and politicians and member of parliament. We don't want this situation to continue. We had been also calling for the resignation of the president. And also, I personally also advised Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe also to tender the resignation and respect the ambition and the struggle of the people, and so that interim government can take over until there is a climate which should allow us to conduct an election and go for this people's mandate.
Yes, what I want to ask you is that you just said the Speaker has called for a meeting. This is an all-party meeting called at 3 o'clock. Am I correct? Have I heard you right, Mr. Ganesan?
Yes, 3 p.m. the meeting is called by Sajid Premadas, leader of opposition, for the party leaders of the opposition. And 4 p.m. Speaker has called a party leaders meeting for all the party leaders, that is the opposition as well as government.